Did you know that just one seemingly harmless item placed next to your television could actually be the reason your family keeps struggling? Your money keeps disappearing, and your luck just slips away without any clear explanation. A lot of people, when facing bad luck, tend to think it is just a streak of misfortune, something destined to happen, or even believe someone is secretly working against them. But very few realize that the real cause might actually lie in how the house is arranged, especially the area around the television. That setup might be silently creating a negative energy field, blocking prosperity, disturbing the natural energy flow, and directly affecting the health and mood of everyone in the household. The television is not just a piece of entertainment equipment. According to ancient Feng shui principles, it is considered a device that emits a strong electromagnetic field which connects to the 5 elements and the directional energy flow within the home. If the wrong item is placed beside it, the television essentially turns into a magnet for misfortune, pulling you into a vicious cycle, working hard without ever getting ahead, feeling anxious or unsettled, constant arguments between spouses, and even children falling behind in school. So what exactly is this mysterious item? Why did the people of the past strictly avoid putting it near the television? And if you have already made this mistake without knowing what is the simplest and most effective way to fix it, all of that will be revealed in this video, featuring practical knowledge drawn from applied Feng Shui. Before we dive in, go ahead and drop a positive affirmation in the comments below that ties into today's topic. Something like, "I am ready to change my destiny," or "I am a magnet for prosperity," or anything else you hope to attract. And do not forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on real-life spiritual and Feng Shui wisdom. Let's build a community together that lives with clarity, alignment, and abundance. So what exactly are those silent troublemakers sitting around your television that could be draining your energy and luck without you even noticing? Let's dive right in and decode them through the combined lens of traditional Feng Shui and modern energy science. Number 1. High-powered speakers. These days, with the growing demand for in-home entertainment, many households invest in powerful speaker systems and place them right next to the television to enjoy an immersive experience. However, from the perspective of both Feng Shui and energy fields in your living space, this setup can actually lead to serious consequences. Televisions already emit strong electromagnetic waves. When you place one or more large speakers right beside them, not only do the magnetic fields become overly amplified, but it also causes frequency interference. That is why some televisions end up showing distorted colors, screen flickering, or degrade faster when used with loudspeakers for extended periods. In Feng Shui, this is called a conflicting energy field. Everything in a living space emits a vibration that is a form of energy. When opposing energies coexist too closely, instead of complementing each other, they cancel each other out. In this case, large speakers represent aggressive energy, which disrupts the subtle and sensitive energy emitted by a television. As a result, the energy in that area becomes chaotic, often making you feel irritated, restless, or emotionally off for no clear reason. Have you ever felt strangely drained just by sitting in the living room watching television, even after waking up from a nap? Or maybe you experience a heavy head, slight dizziness, or persistent insomnia. These symptoms might not be caused by your physical health, but rather by the damaged energy field in your living environment. From a scientific point of view, when strong magnetic fields constantly interact with the brain, especially the deep bass sounds coming from large speakers, it can overstimulate the nervous system, leading to difficulty focusing, irritability, and notably disrupted sleep. Solution: If you love powerful sound, make sure your speakers are placed at least 3 feet away from your television, which is about 1 meter, and ideally positioned either at the same height or lower, not higher. If space is limited, consider using smaller speakers or a sound bar that evenly distributes sound without interfering with the energy field. Number 2. Candles, essential oil lamps, and fireplaces. According to traditional Feng shui, fire is a strong yang element. It can eliminate cold and stagnant energy, but when uncontrolled, it becomes overly destructive and can burn away positive life energy, especially when placed near electronic devices, like a television, which carry delicate and easily disturbed energy. The high heat from candles or fireplaces placed too close to the television not only harms the internal components, reducing the television's lifespan, but it also creates thermal imbalance in the surrounding space, disrupting the yin-yang harmony. Heat trapped in stagnant zones, areas with little airflow or movement, easily turns into evil heat, a kind of stagnant, suffocating energy. Additionally, the fumes from essential oils and candle wax can gradually cling to crevices, the television screen, speakers, and walls, eventually forming a sticky film. This sticky layer attracts dust and creates what Feng shui refers to as polluted energy, a heavy, stagnant force that blocks luck and brings discomfort to your living space. And it does not stop there. Fire hazards are a real risk. Forgetting to blow out a candle or placing it near electrical cords while the television is running has led to numerous cases of small flames catching on plastic surfaces, causing electrical fires with devastating consequences. Safe and Feng shui-friendly tip. If you enjoy using candles or essential oil lamps for relaxation, place them in a corner away from the television where the aroma and light can diffuse gently without shining directly on the screen. Keep them at least 3 feet away, or about 1 meter, and always extinguish them completely after use. Wipe down the area regularly to prevent wax or oil buildup. If you use a fireplace, make sure the heat is not blowing directly toward the television, and maintain a safe distance, both technically and energetically. Number 3. Clocks. Clocks may seem harmless, even symbolic of order and discipline. Many people hang clocks in the living room thinking they bring a sense of structure and time awareness. But when placed too close to a television, especially large analog clocks, with mechanical ticking or chimes, that sense of stability becomes a hidden source of chaos. Clocks naturally emit sound waves, whether it is the ticking noise or the inner gears turning. Meanwhile, televisions emit sound and electromagnetic waves. When these two are placed too close, their frequencies can overlap, causing resonance. When resonance occurs, the energy in that space spikes in a chaotic way. It is no longer harmonious, and instead becomes a form of pressure, particularly on the human nervous system. From a Feng shui perspective, this is a form of disturbed yin energy, where the softer inward energy of the home is overstimulated, leading to unexplained anxiety, long-term stress, and emotional unease. You might find it hard to concentrate, struggle to sleep, or feel like some background noise is always disrupting your peace, even in an otherwise quiet space. If the clock also has a chime, that sound combined with the electromagnetic interference from the television becomes a sharp audio shock that slices through the weakened energy flow of the space. Spiritually, this is even more concerning. It acts as a trigger for cycles of misfortune, often unnoticed, but repeatedly disrupting your destiny. So how do you fix it? Just place the clock at least 5 feet away from your television, which is about 1.5 meters. Ideally, mount it to the side of the room rather than directly across or above the television. Choose a clock with smooth, silent movement that does not produce loud ticking. If your clock has a chime, disable it at night so it does not disturb the resting energy of your space. The most favorable directions to hang a clock are east or southeast, as these align with wood energy and help avoid clashing with the fire energy of the television. Just this one small change can help you feel calmer, sleep better, and maintain a more peaceful, balanced living space. Number 4. Houseplants. No one denies that houseplants are symbols of life. In Feng Shui, plants represent wood energy, a positive yang force that supports prosperity, promotes growth, and helps purify the air. But plants are only truly beneficial when they are healthy and placed in the right spot. A television is a strong electronic device that continuously emits both heat and electromagnetic radiation. When a plant is placed directly next to a television, especially small decorative pots on a shelf or underneath the screen, you are putting that plant in an environment that is completely imbalanced. The heat from the screen, electromagnetic waves, and blue light all weaken the plant's natural life energy, causing the leaves to wilt, turn yellow, or slowly dry out at the roots without any obvious reason. What is truly concerning is not just a dying plant. It is the energy it releases while it is slowly fading. In Feng Shui, this is called dead qi, which is a weakening, stagnant type of energy that attracts negative forces. A once thriving green plant, now nothing but drooping yellow leaves and shriveled stems, is more than just an eyesore. It is living proof that the energy in that space is weak and your family's fortune is in decline. Some people have said, "I have plants in the house, but lately our business is failing. Little problems keep escalating, and everyone feels unusually heavy or tense." Only when they take a closer look do they realize the plant had completely died a week ago. But they left it there because they liked the pot. Feng Shui does not leave room for sentimentality. Even one dry, dying plant is enough to slow down the energy flow of the entire home. So never leave a dead plant, yellowing leaves, or drooping stems near your television. If the plant is weak, either replace it or move it somewhere to nurse it back to health. Place plants at least 3 feet away from the television or about 1 meter to avoid exposure to heat and electromagnetic waves. Choose houseplants that are suitable for indoor environments like pothos, snake plants, or money trees. These are hardy, low-light plants. Regularly clean the leaves, refresh the soil, and take care of your plants because your energy directly affects theirs. Number 5. Phone chargers and tangled electrical cords. Take a look behind your television or underneath the cabinet. Do you see a tangled mess of cords lying there? Maybe it is phone charging cables, internet, cords, speaker wires, HDMI cables, antenna lines, the television's power cord, or even a fan's plug. All of them intertwined like a small spider web, and this quite literally becomes a net that blocks energy flow as described in modern Feng Shui. From an energetic standpoint, every electrical cord carries a small but constant current that generates a subtle electromagnetic field. When these wires are tangled, overlapping, and poorly ventilated, they cause a buildup of electromagnetic fields. This makes the air around the television feel heavy and suffocating, like the energy is trapped in a mesh it cannot escape. When that happens, heat cannot dissipate, energy accumulates, and things start to heat up both physically and energetically. The television becomes more prone to wear and tear due to poor heat ventilation, and the space around it becomes an energy bottleneck where wealth, good fortune, and luck get blocked and slowly turn into gloomy, stagnant energy. Many people even leave phone chargers plugged in right next to the television, even when not in use. Not only does this waste electricity, but it also creates invisible interference waves. In spiritual terms, this is called mental noise, a buildup of chaotic energy that scatters your thoughts, making it harder to focus and leaving you feeling aimless. To fix this, simply keep your wires neat by using cable ties, storage boxes, or cable covers. Do not leave phone chargers plugged in when not needed, and regularly clean the dust around the power outlets. Take a few minutes each week to tidy up the cord zone behind your television. This small act can refresh the energy flow throughout your home. Number 6. Feng Shui objects. In many homes, the television stand is also used to display Feng Shui items, such as Buddha statues, Guan Yin figures, Pixiu creatures, toad statues, wealth bowls, or even protective talismans, amulets, and spiritual bracelets. The intention is good, hoping to attract positive energy, bring peace to the household, and invite blessings. Unfortunately, many people unknowingly place them in the wrong spot. A television emits strong electromagnetic fields that are constantly fluctuating, especially when the sound is turned up, or when it is running for long hours. This energy by nature is active, heated, intense, and somewhat chaotic. That directly clashes with the subtle, still refined energy that Feng Shui items require in order to be effective. When you place a Buddha statue, a charm, or any protective object too close to the television, the electromagnetic field overwhelms the item's natural energy. Instead of radiating beneficial energy, the object becomes scrambled, vibrating erratically and losing its balance. In essence, you are activating a sacred item the wrong way, stripping it of its ability to protect or attract fortune as intended. On a spiritual level, exposing sacred items like deity statues, protective charms, or energy stones to the noise and flashing images of a television is considered disrespectful. These objects need a clean, peaceful sacred space, what Feng Shui calls an energy sanctuary. When disrupted by constant noise, blinking lights, or electronic waves, they lose their ability to connect with cosmic energy, which is the core of their spiritual power. Practical application. Set up a dedicated space for your Feng Shui items away from the television stand. Ideally, place them on a higher, quieter shelf, away from direct paths or any electronic devices. Keep that space clean and free from flashing lights. If they absolutely must be near the television area, use a light divider or a multi-tier shelf to shield the items from direct exposure to the screen and speakers. Now that you know which items should never be placed near a television, I'm going to share with you a few simple tips to activate positive energy, harmonize your living space, and attract good fortune into your home. Number 1. Use Feng Shui crystals. While most items should be kept away from your television, Feng Shui stones are a special exception. These crystals have long been known as condensed energy from deep within the earth, offering stability and neutrality, making them perfect for balancing chaotic energy fields like the ones around a television. Among them, 3 types of stones are highly recommended near electronic devices: clear quartz, amethyst, and black tourmaline. Clear quartz helps purify the air by neutralizing chaotic vibrations. Amethyst has a steady frequency that calms the mind and reduces stress caused by electromagnetic fields. Black tourmaline, often referred to as an energy vacuum, absorbs radiation from electronic devices, especially useful in enclosed spaces. You do not need anything elaborate, just a small crystal placed in the corner of the television stand or on a shelf about 20 to 40 inches away, or roughly 50 to 100 centimeters is enough. Do not go for oversized stones, because in Feng Shui, effectiveness is not about size, but about proper placement and frequency. When you choose the right crystal and place it correctly, the space around your television becomes more soothing, and you will no longer feel that heavy, drained sensation after a long movie night. Number 2. Use a television stand made from natural materials. There is an old saying, "Objects guide the energy, and energy nourishes the home." In other words, the materials you choose for your furniture directly affect how energy flows in your living space. And in the area around your television, the material of the television stand plays a vital role, although many people overlook it. If your stand is made from cold metal or glossy glass, consider switching to natural wood, bamboo rattan, or ceramic materials. Beyond the aesthetic or cozy vibe, natural materials can absorb heat, soften the high frequencies emitted by the television, and help maintain a warm and cohesive atmosphere. Wood in particular has a wonderful trait: it conducts energy without disrupting it. When a television sits on a wooden surface, the surrounding energy becomes smoother, with fewer sharp edges, and does not create that piercing sensation often felt with a glass surface. If your stand is designed smartly with hidden cables, open airflow, and a minimal layout, you are also helping the air and energy in the room circulate quietly, gently, and consistently. Number 3. Use curtains or a screen divider. If you absolutely must place your television in the bedroom, which is generally not recommended in Feng Shui, then at the very least create an energy barrier for when the device is not in use. Even when turned off, the television retains an energetic field that is invisible to the naked eye. This is especially disruptive at night, when the body shifts into a regenerative state and begins absorbing restorative energy. A simple fabric curtain that you can pull over the screen after each use acts like a soft energy seal, blocking the disruption and restoring stillness to your sleeping space. The curtain does not need to be thick or fancy, just made from natural fabric in a neutral tone and easy to draw when you want calm, peaceful energy. If using a curtain is not convenient, you can place a small wooden screen or a low cabinet in front of the television. This method essentially hides the heat source, directly neutralizing the dynamic energy emitted from the screen and preventing it from affecting your bed, which, energetically speaking, needs stillness, peace, and neutrality for your body to properly recharge. Fortune, peace, or prosperity. They do not always come from big dramatic changes. Often, it is the smallest detail around your everyday television, a misplaced object, a blocked energy flow, or a sacred item overwhelmed by static, that makes your home feel stagnant or tense without any obvious reason. But from those very same small things, you can also restore positive energy. Whether it is a properly placed crystal, a bowl of salt water to purify the air, or simply drawing a curtain across your television at night, it all makes a difference. Feng Shui is not some mystical superstition. It is a subtle art of living in harmony with your space, understanding energy, and learning to care for your surroundings the same way you care for your breath. If something today has struck a chord with you, take that as your sign to begin making a change, even if it is just one small action. And before you leave this video, take a moment to affirm something for yourself, like "I am ready to renew the energy in my home," or "Now I know how to protect the energy and good fortune of my family." Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so that every time we meet again, we can keep discovering simple but powerful tips to help you cultivate good fortune and create a peaceful, prosperous life. Right where you are. See you in the next video.